Yeah.
I mean, the team fight on both sides are looking
I was about to say
very
that, yeah.
good.
True. I'd argue that GGL definitely have more of a potential to pick. I'm looking at the Nautilus and the Ivan when I say that. But I feel like I haven't seen Ivan in a UNL game, maybe ever.
I swear,
I love this champion.
I swear Spores has picked this like 3 times this season in UNL though.
Oh, really? Okay, my bad then.
Yeah, I think she's a bit of an Ivan enjoyer.
Okay.
Same. Killer Vanilla opting for the exhaust here, which is...
Yeah, and I'm a little surprised to see no Ignite Tristana. Then again, I guess a lot of the UNL Tristana playstyle has been to split push to Insanity. It's of everyone watching and playing the game.
Split push to the moon.
Well, we're seeing an invade, so that's something. Killer Vanilla is there, but I think he's gonna see him before anything can happen. Yeah. Oh, I got excited as well.
Who did they give the ward kill to? So they give the ward kill over to Oswald.
Yeah.
Not sure how that means the XP is distributed, but I'm pretty sure that would give...
I think it means Oswald gets it on the first wave instead of the first wave plus 1 minion.
Yeah, it gives him the earliest earlier level 2.
Which on Tristana isn't something to turn your nose up at. That's pretty important. If Zabis doesn't expect it, the WE might be monstrous.
Yeah. Definitely not.
I also could be entirely wrong because I don't really know how ward XP works, but
yeah, I used to know how it worked, and I think they might either they changed something or I just don't remember properly. But getting the early level 2 in an already winning matchup for the Tristana in the early game, definitely going to be a massive, massive benefit for GGEL.
I guess Ivan, I'm not sure how the champ's gonna clear because there's so many different Ivan clears you can do depending on where you want to gank. I think usually if you're starting bot, yeah, you can, yeah. I think usually if you're starting bot, that means you want to gank bot. Yeah, we also we were right. And yeah, there's a WE. It's gonna get all the shots off. Not quite, but the bomb still the biggest bomb.
I think 50% of the Oriana's health bar.
I think starting the bot side for Ivan means he wants to gank the bot first, because he'll probably smite the red buff and then start walking back down. But I'm not totally sure. Confusing champion.
There's a reason I have switched up to top lane, and I just don't have to use my brain.
Yeah, I feel
like people were asking me the other day, like, oh, so what's the reason behind all of the swaps, like, in your team so far? Because obviously, we swapped jungle support, and I was like, bro, I don't know, they all have to talk to each other, I just have to chill for 15 minutes and then show up the team fights. Like, I don't care what goes on.
Yeah. That's the base top lane mindset.
Relatively quiet though. We do see the Ivan clearing towards bot lane, as you mentioned, and Spores may be looking to set up a gank here.
Yeah, we see the ping come out. The ignite comes out onto full, but nothing major happens there. I mean, a lot of damage, but...
A very premature ignite from West. As here comes Spores.
We're doing Spores. Oh my god, okay. The flash notice view goes wide, and the Ivan Q does quite land, but the Q lands onto the Ivan, the damage shot from the Zion back almost gets the stun off, but not quite. That might have been a kill there if there had been one more auto attack.
Yeah, very, very dangerous. The sidesteps coming through from...
Oh, we see! Oh, how does the W not hit? The flash comes out from the Zinzal. Gets onto Ivan, but doesn't quite get the knockoff off. The Bronchi comes out of the Nautilus, the stun comes out, and he is the Ivan dies in that time. And so does the Nautilus, but there was a kill from Rumble into directing the top lane, which we didn't quite get to see.
Yeah, Juicy Boy Jamie winning that matchup and forcing the early no magic from Galanga.
Yeah,
the bot lane on fire.
That's a frustrating death for Spore.
Yeah, Killer Vanilla really well set up now with the 2 early kills on this side.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, it's one of those top lane moments where the kill doesn't actually mean all that much because the Renekton has teleport.
Yes.
But I mean, Rumble is a snowball champ, so.
And to be fair, I mean, I don't know the build that slightly smaller A is going to be going for here. Maybe on the first reset we'll get some kind of inclination. But if the Rumble is your main source of magic damage, getting your Rumble ahead, we've seen what the Equalizer can do in team fights historically. If that Rumble does get far enough ahead, he can just set fire to the enemy backline.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can see, though, Galungulate already starting to struggle in this top lane. Blasting Wand in hand, this Rumble having a very, very good time of things.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Renekton level 6 is such a terrifying spike, though. Like, even if you're not 2 to 3 kills ahead of Renekton at the 6 to 7 minute mark when the Renekton gets his ultimate, you can die to that champion.
Yeah.
It's pretty terrifying.
Yeah, the 600 gold difference between the Renekton and the Rumble not really going to play a factor when Dave does tick up to 6.
Obviously,
gold
the caveat,
pretty even everywhere, though.
the caveat to Renekton, though, is that past level 11, the champ falls off quite hard. And Rumble, that's when Rumble really starts to spike, so... We are seeing Gunzal posturing around the bot side looking for Dragon, while Ivan is posturing around the mid lane. I'm wondering if this will be snuck in time. We're seeing the engage coming from the shutdown of the WE, doesn't quite finish the trade off, but still decent damage.
I mean, anytime you can dive forward and take off a third of your enemy laner's health, as we've seen now in both solo lanes for GGEL, always feels pretty good.
And also just in Kai'Sa, they're all collapsing onto the Drake, but they are seeing them pincer, but Kai'Sa can't exactly stop them from just walking away, so...
No, just
Nautilus Q doesn't quite connect, unfortunately.
One of those times where the big hitbox does not help the Nautilus player out.
See Rumble trying to do damage to trade off the CS. Gets the Blake gold as well. Rumble doing very well for himself in this lane. I think it trades but wow, dude, bone plating against Renekton is so brutal. That W did absolutely nothing to the Rumble.
Yeah, and I mean, before you jumped in to the early game discussion, Kezem and I were talking about how well Juicy Boy Jamie has been performing so far this season. Constantly backing himself to take these more carry-style top laners, and he's been executing them really, really effectively. And this is another game where he is continuing that trend and really, you know, extending the 1v1 lead for himself to try and get his team into the best position he can.
Yeah, absolutely. We are seeing a grouping in blue side top side jungle. Not sure if the director can wants to show us. Yeah, just buff taken by Ivan happens.
I mean, with the priority that the Rumble has in the top lane, there's not a lot that Chop can really do.
No, definitely not. Nautilus queuing away. Not taking any of that. Which is fair enough. They have the level 6. Actually, Zaya's behind on XP.
Yeah.
There we go, not by much.
No. Behind on XP, but with the 2 kills, probably very far ahead on gold, as we do see the Equalizer come down. Galungulate gonna just slice and dice his way to safety. But again, Juicy Boy Jamie exerting all of the dominance in the top lane.
Yeah, I'm seeing Chop posturing around there, looking for a gank. Sweeper comes out, just gonna clear the wall. God, the Rumble damage.
Yeah, takes a couple harpoons to the face. Are we going to see a contest in the next couple of minutes for this first Rift Herald, do you reckon?
I doubt we'll see the Invictus being able to contest it unless the bot side moves up, which I find unlikely. I just think the Invictus top side right now is far too weak. Like, look at the situation Galungulate's in.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
Yeah, Spores now starting up that Herald with the support of
Yeah, being
mid
Invictus,
laner.
no one should be skiing on the map, so yeah.
Yeah, Westy going to roam up just to secure it for all of the Invictus on a back timer. So first Herald over to the side of GGEL, who just through laning have managed to gain themselves about a 1,500 gold lead.
Yeah,
Floating around
big.
that kind of mark.
A demonic embrace first item. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I've seen that on Rumble before. Maybe.
I respect it. I respect it. He wants people to burn. And he doesn't get... to be fair, doesn't benefit from the mana on Leandries, so I kind of understand it.
Yeah, for sure. Still a very slow mid lane. I think the champ scale similarly, but for different reasons. Tristana will be very strong in a different context to Orianna. Obviously, if Orianna gets a 5-man shockwave, they'll be more useful than the Tristana. But
if the Tristana's allowed to sit at max range and right-click...
Yeah, exactly. The Tristana, the static shove, I mean, her goal's pretty clear. Just gonna shove her on as many waves as possible and then rotate around the map to objectives. We saw her do that for the Herald, I expect she'll want to do it for the Dragons coming up in 30 seconds.
Yeah, and that going to be quite an important objective if the Invictus are able to secure it, because going to 2 dragons early completely eliminates like the soul win condition from the enemy team and kind of opens you up for a soul win condition. We could see a catch here. 3v3, no, maybe.
I've been hovering for the protection, and I guess the fight could work out. I think it's not easy to come in. The Tristana W then gets the E off, and then he comes out. The wrong Q comes out.
Cancelled.
Unlands with the Dire ult cancels the Nautilus ult, and Nautilus gets completely one-shot. We're seeing Chop the Fire on Sword in the backline. Sword does have flash. It's probably going to flash away before the... But he flashes forward, gets a W, gets a W, but is his E gonna go off? We can't.
Why are we looking at top lane?
Ivan doesn't die. There you go. The camera didn't want to tell us that, but Ivan didn't die.
Oh, gotta love directed camera, man. Always wants to show you the wet noodle fight in the top lane.
Seeing a trade from Renekton going onto the Rumble, but the Rumble ult comes out, the damage comes out onto Renekton in the backline, but the Hexbreaker procs as the Renekton ult comes out, not enough damage to kill, but very low.
Oh, Fool.
Violet playing with fire here.
Fool's gonna take down Daisy.
The monster finally dies. They were living for a while there. And we are seeing just how short Daisy cooldown is when she lives the entire time. It's already a quarter of the way back.
Oh, Matty potentially in trouble in the bot lane. Maybe no. He's fine.
Who knows? Who knows? We wanted to see mid lane right there.
All we know is that the Renekton is not having fun.
yeah, that's what the director can is actually spreading propaganda about brilliant in the top lane.
Yeah, I mean, understandable.
This is RW goes wide and the guy doesn't quite connect.
But even though B Invictus are winning these fights and they do win that engage 1-0, gold lead is continuing to extend in GGEL's favour.
Yeah, and we're definitely going to see it
tower here.
Going to see it become even big. I think they definitely will. Massive gold there. Gold lead expands to 3.5k. What the hell? We are seeing a Dire try and come into Zaya here. Nautilus Q goes wide, but she gets killed anyway. The Kaiser passage has got too much damage.
Oh no, Fool! If you don't hit the Nautilus there, Matty gets the kill.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. It's the flash from Fool as well. It's definitely not worth for being Invictus, especially when they were strong side in their Kaiser.
But at least it's a 1-for-1. Rather a 1-for-1 than a 1 for nothing.
Play onto Kaiser though, 4 gold.
Yeah.
And another Drake going to GGL. I feel like they're really just taking control of the game here.
Still a long way off on the soul, which we now know will be Mountain. If GGL are able to secure that Mountain soul, it makes this relatively squishy team comp so much harder to kill.
Yeah, definitely. Even just the Drake themselves, it's...
Yeah, if you pick up 2 Mountain Drakes, you're gaining, what is it, like 12% increased resistances or something like that?
something like that, which is a lot when you even with just max of allies for Rumble.
Yeah. Yeah, even if you're only building like one defensive item, you get so much value.
Because of the diminishing return.
Yeah.
Like the Renekton just doesn't even deal damage. It's brutal.
Oh my god!
You've got to feel bad for the motherfucker. Like
Yeah.
The Rumble W did shielded as much as the Renekton WQ, and then he walked at him with Q up, and Renekton lost half his HP.
Yeah, dives forward to try and get a trade.
Man.
Loses 60% HP while dealing about 15. It's just like, what's going on, man?
Yeah.
But for the advantages that GGEL have, they haven't taken as many towers as you may expect. Only the one tower in the mid lane to fall. Arguably is the most important tower to take. But
Yeah, it puts up a lot of the map, but yeah, I get what you mean.
a lot of
I
gold's still
think
standing.
I'm just so terrified of GGL scaling. Literally all 4 members of their team are incredibly strong late game, whereas Renekton and Zinval both fall off a cliff at level 13 to 15-ish.
I mean, hey, at least like Nautilus is always going to be useful, right? Renekton will always be useful as just a frontliner.
Sorry.
And the Zinzao, I guess you just use him to baseball bat people away with the ultimate in the late game.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm still just scared to be Invictus here, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we said it in the loading screen, right? With 2 teamfight comps, if one does get an early lead, they do tend to win. And we're seeing that right now for GGEL teleport coming through.
Not particularly needed, but I assume we're going to be a massive push down bot lane here.
Herald spawning.
Herald comes out. I wouldn't be surprised if they make this an injured here. Tristana recalling, I assume, to deal with top lane. Herald charge comes out. Is there the damage to kill the tower?
Oh, the equalizer.
Oh my god, the Rumble ult does so much damage. Tristana TP to the top turret. They look for a dive, but both forced to get out via E or flash.
Oswald?
Their ult as well. The Oswald flashing forward. Doesn't quite get the kill. Oh, gets the kill on Gilungulate. The ult ults him away and gets the damage out. Oh my god, that was incredibly well played. I thought he was dead.
Oh no. Yeah, it didn't look great for him, but the ultimate into bomb turns around so much damage. Chop now under threat, takes a Void Seeker.
I don't see him surviving here. No flash, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I 6k gold lead at this point. The fact that Oswald is getting a solo kill in a 1v2 when the other 3 people are being killed and pushed behind 2 turrets bot lane, it's quite telling of how this game is going to end. I welcome to be surprised.
I mean, we've seen comebacks from worse positions in UNL history, so anything is possible. I will say, though, I do like what the Invictus were trying to do there. You know you can't contest the 5v5 with the amount of gold you are behind. So even though you're going to lose 2 towers, try and get one on the opposite side of the map just to get something.
Yep.
Any little bit of gold you can get to force yourself towards an item breakpoint is going to be invaluable. We didn't see what happened when they went for the dive onto Oswald, but obviously, like, some misexecution or miscommunication between Chop and Galungulate, and they're not able to find that assassination, and it all falls apart from there.
Yeah, I think they're just so lacking in damage. Gore Drinker is honestly just as much as Hang Time as it is a damage item, and Renekton has been forced to rush more of Malmortius because of the Rumble, so they just don't have the raw damage output to dive someone. Even if they're a squishes for some.
Yeah, it's a bit rough. First Mountain Break goes over to GGEL. No contest going to come through here. All the pings going down onto the top outer tower. And the Invictus making the sensible decision just to play for these objective bounties.
Yeah, although we are seeing Cristiano walking top lane. Renekton isn't exactly in position to deal with an AD carry. We are seeing the bomb fully go off. The second W is ready at a moment's notice. The Renekton comes out, tries to get damage on, but it's impossible.
Honestly, and maybe I'm wrong, please correct me if I'm wrong, but might just be worth the suicide for the tower.
Maybe. I mean, he was. Yeah, true, because he was always gonna die. I'm not even totally certain he would have gotten the turret though. Just on his damage, completely insane.
I mean, if you die either way, at least there's a chance of you getting an objective bounty.
True, I think a Nautilus Q coming onto the front line here. Now Engage comes in. A lot of damage. He flashes onto the guy from the back line. While Duty Boy Jamie's onto the back line themselves. Dejaful dies. Zaya dies. Shot the Farmer's getting killed by the Kai'Sa with the Ivan damage and Ivan shield, and Gonzal falls to Oswald. Yeah, okay.
That's how a team fight should go when you're 6k gold in the hole.
Yeah.
It looked promising for a couple of seconds though. When Killer Vanilla found the killer for Westy, I had hope. And then I didn't, because everyone just got eviscerated. Baron, very much the sensible call here for GGEL. Galungulate just gonna catch what CS he is able to, and you would expect GGEL to start knocking on the base with this Baron.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine being Invictus ever coming back from this. The gold lead expanded to almost 10,000 now, which is a completely ridiculous amount of gold.
10k is the region where you start to think the game is just over, or at least that's my personal opinion. Anything less than 10k, honestly,
it felt like the game might have been over at a 5k gold lead. I just think GGEL, their comp at this point in the game is far too strong, especially when they're ahead. It's like impossible to play against the Rumble. Like, you can't protect your backline against Rumble, Tristana, and Nautilus. But even though you've invested 2 of your team members into frontline, and it's brutal. Not much else to say.
I completely agree.
I'm not sure what. I guess we'll be trying to see the Baron buff split up. We can see just on top lane, Rumble bot lane. I expect they're going to get this tier 2 mid part here.
And with the first Baron in a game, typically your eyes are going to be on taking at least one inhibitor, cracking open the base.
Ideally.
I would deem one inhib a success here for GGEL. Any more than that is just a massive win, as we're going to see Galungulate diving forward again.
Almost broke the Rumble W shield. Keep it up, Galungulate. You'll get there one day if you hit him for long enough.
Oh no, shot.
W. I don't think that W would have connected even if the Rumble hadn't.
Yeah.
I also don't think they would have killed the Rumble even if it had connected. We're seeing a flag coming out from here. The Q lands onto the Nautilus. Nautilus is completely lost. Now the guy's stuck in the backline. Gets hit by the Nautilus. Gets hit by the bomb. While the damage comes out from jump the farmer. And Zyra in the backline is a lot. I mean, that was really random.
9,000 gold now.
Why?
The comeback begins.
Why Westy was so close to that turret is a mystery. But yeah, I mean, he got caught out. The stuns came out. The Baron connected from 2 people. The Kai'Sa shut down went to Zaya. Yeah. Both teams ping the Drake now.
I still struggle to see how the Invictus can contest this dragon.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, if you're in this game right now, what are you saying on comms to your team? If you put yourself into Chop's position, if you're being Invictus, if you're in Chop's position, what are you saying to your team?
FF? Hey, I never say anything.
Obviously.
I never say anything rude to my mid laner. I'd like to make that one totally clear, guys. Anyway, changing topic. I would say give Drake. To be honest.
Yeah, because if I was gonna say, if I'm Galungulate in this scenario, I'm telling the team, like, guys, just catch waves. We don't fight this. It's not Soul. We let them have it. We try and scale and we pray.
Well, we're seeing a flag come out. The Nautilus goes onto the Orion in the backline. Nautilus almost died.
It's not bad, you know.
Chop blocked so much damage though. Nautilus re-engaging, kill goes onto Zinzel, the Renekton's in the backline that gets completely one-shot. Oswald W forward, damage the damage in the backline, the Xayah dies. Yeah, I mean, it's impossible. It's completely impossible. They didn't even, that wasn't even over Drake. That was just a fight they decided to take, and for no real reason.
And, I mean, if you're taking that fight, as soon as you see the big ultimates, the depth charge, the equalizer come out, you bait those cooldowns, you back away, you get yourself to safety, and then you look to re-engage, potentially you could find an angle.
I mean, once Nautilus is flashed away, I think that was their moment. The IBQ lands onto Oriana, and
goes the final kill. And the Invictus now, they know the scale of the mountain that is in front of them. There are 4 games left. They require 4 wins for playoffs.